guys, it's just on the case. I know I'm always on the case. So today I'm going to be talking about a case that I've already talked about before. And I know y'all about to be like, why would you talk about a case you already talked about? Because this case is not getting the attention that I think it deserves. Maybe during the time when the update came up about the case, maybe then, but I don't think right now. So that's why we're going to go back and revisit it so I can talk about it. We are talking about today, who we're talking about is Tara Grinstead. And you guys, some of you probably will already know, and some of you are like, well, who is that? Tara Grinstead was from Ocilla, Georgia. She was born in 1974 on November 14th. She went missing on October 22nd, 2005 from Ocilla, Georgia. She was the type of woman, she liked pageants and she won them. She won beauty queen pageants. I'm a Pisces. I can feel people's energies, vibes, and sometimes I speak my mind when I'm not supposed to. What I got from her is very outgoing person, very loving, very kind, very nice. Maybe a little too nice. And that's not to take from her. That's just saying we got some weird idiots in the world and things happen. But let's get on with the story. So Tara disappeared from her home after she became a school teacher because during her time, she was a beauty queen. She did a lot of pageants. She even helped with a lot of things. She also became a school teacher, which is another thing that she liked to do. She enjoyed teaching. During teaching, she disappeared from her home. When the police got there, they found a glove in her yard. Was trying to figure out where the glove came from and was it associated with her case. They held on to the glove. It did have someone's DNA fingerprint on it. They just couldn't figure out at that time whose was it. So after that, things really got cold because, like I said, I've had this case before. I've worked this case before. When I say worked, I'm saying just in case, I have, went back previously trying to see, what's going to happen now. What is the update? What's going on? What have they done? And I kept seeing, and I'm telling you guys, I graduated in 2006 from high school. This woman disappeared in 2005. So it made me try to figure out, okay, she disappeared from her house. Okay. Where is she? Why don't the police have anything on her? What's going on? Why are we not getting any updates? That's another thing that bothers me about the missing and the dead missing. They tell you the story about them while you're at home, and that's why I don't watch the news, because it's like, okay, you tell me a story about this person and I'm about to go to bed. This person is not allowed to go to bed. They might be being, restrained, tied up, beating while you're on TV talking about, this, and I'm going to bed. I hate that because it makes you, if you're any type of person, it makes you feel like, oh my God, what can I do? How can I help this person? When really and truly, it's not really too much you can do because the person is basically missing and nobody knows what happened or how the person became missing. So after that, you just got to be like, okay, am I going to keep up with the story or what am I going to do? And me, I'm the type of person, if there's a story going on and I catch it and it's here and it won't leave, I got to do something. I got to talk about it. And Tara's case was one of those cases that just went on and on and on with no update for a while. Then here comes 2017. Boom! Here comes all the updates about Bo Dukes and his friend Ryan Dukes, and they're not even kin to each other. But the whole time the case was going on, and they were, like, the police talked to them. And remember, guys, this is back in 2005. The police talked to Bo Dukes and Ryan Dukes, and they act like they didn't have anything to do with it. They didn't know anything, and telling the police exactly what their night was that night, and they lied to authorities. They lied to them, knowing they knew way more than what they were saying. So at that point, I want to say it was Ryan. Ryan was the one who had a girlfriend, a fiance, who basically, he had told her that he knew what happened to Tara. And if you're not willing to do what you need to do and take the fall and go ahead and get it over with, you don't need to be telling nobody what you did. Especially somebody that care about you. If somebody really cares about you, they're not going to, if you tell them you did something bad, they're not just going to be sitting there like, oh yeah, okay, that's what's up. No, they're going to be like, the right thing for you to do, if you know what happened to this woman, you need to go tell. And so that's basically what she told him to do. You need to turn yourself in and you need to tell. Because she was going to tell it anyway. So my thing is, he had been keeping that for a long time. People were still trying to figure out, okay, is him and this girl still together after he's a murderer, a co-conspirator? Are they still together? They were then. I'm not sure about now, but she was happy because he told. My problem with that is, yeah, he told, but look how long it took him to tell. Tara disappeared in 2005. It was 2007 when he decided he wanted to tell. And then on top of that, there was a co-conspirator, which was Bo Dukes. So both of them knew, but Bo, I think he died. He died, so they didn't get a chance to talk to him. They were trying to actually tell where Tara's body was. And people actually went up there to see if they could find it. They actually did go to see if they could locate her body, but they couldn't. They never located her remains. The police, now, don't get me wrong, the police did find some things that they did not talk about with us, but they did not find her actual body. So he was actually charged with concealment of Grinstead's body. In addition to, on March the 3rd, 2017, a supplementary arrest was made public in the connection of her disappearance. Concealment means you basically, like, trying to say this in my words, because y'all know I don't like sounding like other people. I'm going to say, you in her case, I would say this. You took somebody from where they belong. You moved them to another area, and you did something really mean or drastic to them that probably did end their life. And then you hid the evidence. You made sure that when you hid the evidence, nobody would ever find it. This is what they did. And I don't know what happened to Bo, but maybe he probably didn't live such a good life afterwards because he was holding on to some mess that he should have came out and said, look, me and my friend, we was in some stuff, and we did this. I mean, years went on. Years of them not knowing where Tara was. Talking to Ryan and talking to Bo and everybody else. And these two people are acting like they don't know what's going on. The whole time they knew what was going on. The whole time they had the evidence that the police needed to put the murderers away, which was them. I don't care if you say Bo didn't murder her. I don't care. He was in it. So he's just as much as guilty as Ryan Dukes as Ryan is. Like, you concealed a body. Meaning you knew something happened and you helped after it happened. So my question is that all? Like, did you just help or did you do something else as well? Like, you're only telling so much, but my thing is, did you do something else? Like, did you help in some, whatever else he was doing? Even though you might have not knocked her in the head or whatever y'all did, whatever he did, even though you might have not did that, did you like sit back and watch him do whatever he did to her? That's what I want to know. That's what comes in my head. You were a co-conspirator, but my thing I want to know is, did you help? Like, did you do more than what is being said? Because he's not here to defend himself, and I don't think at this point he needs to be here to defend himself. This woman is dead. This woman been dead God knows how long, but she's been missing since 2005. I feel like right now there's no need for anybody to come up and try to explain Bo or Ryan or come to their defense. They concealed her murder for over a decade, and that's just wrong. Her parents, her sisters, her cousins, her maybe nieces and nephews, they needed to know where their family member was. And because these people were so childish and so irresponsible and so stupid, they took her from her place of residence while she was minding her own business. And they decided that they were going to do something to her. Probably because she didn't want them. Now, I was going to do this a little different. I was going to show y'all what Tara looked like. But you can go look it up. Right now, my laptop is dead. She was a very, very pretty girl. Very pretty girl. And I can see why she won the beauty pageants. And I can see why, they would be jealous of her or be angry because she didn't want to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what it was about. She didn't want them. And so he decided, okay, you don't want me. Okay, then I'm going to take you for myself and do what I want with you. And then I'm going to just get rid of you, which was stupid. And so when I see him and I've seen like him standing in front of the judge with his head down, I'm like, dude, you lived a whole decade while this woman is out missing and you know where you put her. And like I said, the police have been where it was said that he put the body. And they said they found some things that connected with the murder. But I have not yet to say that or to hear that they found her body. And it would be nice for them to locate whatever remains they could of Tara Grinstead, because I believe she deserves a resting place, a real resting place. And her family members deserve to know that she's just not out there somewhere. And as a parent, I can just about imagine how her mom feels. Like, she didn't get to experience them finding her daughter, but that whole time while she was like mourning, crying, trying to figure out what happened, she got to go to bed, and it's hard to go to bed because you're like, well, where's my child going to bed? Is my child still alive? Is my child dead? Is she bound? Like, where is she laying her head while I'm laying my head here? Where's my child laying her head? And that's what I'm just like, you snuff somebody's life out. And then the best thing you could do is at least, go be honest and tell on yourself. I don't see how people can kill people and then go to bed for 10 to 12 years and just be like, oh, well, And the older you get, I think things do change within your mind. I feel like people do wake up and after crimes, some of them, not all, let's just be real. Some of them realize, hey, that was stupid what I did. I grew up a little bit. I really do think I need to be punished for my actions. And for his girl to tell him, like, look, you need to go up here and you need to tell what you know and what you did, and he did it. I mean, kudos, but I mean, why did that have to happen to her? You know what I'm saying? Why people can't keep their hands off people and just leave people alone? That's what I'm having a hard time with. And then somebody else down the line, a decade later, has to tell you need to go tell because you was feeling guilty and you just had to tell somebody because you've been holding this forever. And I'm pretty sure he probably wanted to let it go. He probably really was tired of holding it and he needed to let it go. Well, now he's locked up. The only problem right now is his lawyers were trying to basically do a stay in his case, like to hold the case for a minute until the state could pay for an investigation, to go on where they would pay for somebody to investigate, and that way, they're saying that they don't think he's getting a fair trial. Well, I feel like at this point, Tara didn't get a fair trial. And what I mean by that is you killed her a decade ago. You got to live your life. That means when you killed her the next day, the next couple of hours, you pretended like nothing ever happened. And you want us to feel some type of way? I don't. I don't believe anybody needs to investigate anything. You came out and told your girlfriend some things. She told the police and told you needed to go turn yourself in. I mean, at this point, what do we need to investigate? What you need to do, you need to tell them where her body actually was, period. And whatever bones are left for her parents to get, that is what needs to happen. Because at this point, nobody needs to hold on and let's hold because he's not getting a fair trial. His lawyers want an investigation done on his behalf. What needs to be investigated? Tara's not coming back. And who's to say that he might have told them where her remains are, and they're just not there anymore. But I know, like I told you, the police got something from up there pertaining to the murder. But I'm sure if it was like a body, they would have, Tara Grinstead's remains have been found. I've not yet to hear that. But at least we know we got somebody that has been reprimanded or whatever you want to call it, because I'm going to call it what it needs to be. Him and his friend, even though his friend is not with us anymore, they really need the highest punishment they can get. This girl did not bother anybody. She was just pretty. And they just felt like, okay, we can just take her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, you deserve whatever happens. You deserve whatever punishment you get. You deserve it. Why would you go to somebody's house because they know you? And like they said, Tara had just came from a party. She had just came. She was having fun doing whatever. Come back home. And then this mess is going on. Like, what were you stalking her every day? And then you just decided this is when I'm going to get her because maybe she didn't want to deal with you. You was too young. Like, it's a lot to this story that you guys don't know. You need to go read it because she did not deserve to die. And she was a school teacher. School teacher meaning I'm trying to help students. I'm trying to help kids better their lives. Basically, saying, without saying, she had a soul of a person who cared about others. You cannot be a school teacher for long without caring. Some people can be school teachers for the money, but eventually they end up not being so good and they end up getting let go. There are people who actually want to help others that become school teachers, and they're so good at what they do because of how they are on the inside. Like, they really care about people, and they want people to get knowledge, and they like helping, and they like helping learn, with learning and stuff like that. And she was a all-around person. Everybody liked her. So of course, you always got those people who not invited, or she might have turned them down and said, I'm not. And Tara had a boyfriend that they were, trying to get things together and work on things. And then here come this nut doing stupid stuff and ending her life, cutting her life short, and her not being able to do those things because somebody decided that they were going to make a call on her life by taking her life from her. Y'all need to go read up on Tara. Her name is spelled Tara, last name capital Grinstead. And you will hear everything I'm saying. You will hear the same thing. I like to break my stuff down to you guys because you need to know that people are actually out here and they're actually looking into stories, and we're not just reading word from word. That lets you know that I really care about the case, and that it's just horrible that in 2017, that's when people start to realize that, these people were involved the whole time. So not only did they get in trouble for concealment of the body or the whereabouts, they got in trouble for lying to the officers because they had already been questioned before and they lied. Like I said, things like that, it really gets to me, and it really just hurts me to think that people are plotting on other people's lives just because they can't have them. But like I said, it's just on the case. I'm always on the case.